5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Wow, look at me over here trying to be all fancy with this new style intro and such. I'm trying to play the game here. You know, I'm trying little by little. We'll get there. What's going on, everybody? This year, we bring something new to the table. No, it's not. It's not really new. We do it every year. I'm sorry, guys. I was being misleading. You know, I usually would do like a whole opening act. I would do like a whole stand-up routine. I'll act as though like, you know, there's people in the audience and the applause and stuff like that, and then I have like a co-host and stuff. But
we have one person.
Yeah, but no, we're not doing that. Not this year. No, we're not gonna do that. So
just go straight to town.
Yeah, we're just gonna go straight to town. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So, so. The 2024 Tabby Awards. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Homework Mike is my co-host for this
going forward
debauchery known as a season of wrestling that we give acclaim to. And but before we go into that, Mike, what was your overall perception of 2024 for wrestling as a whole?
Well, 2023, you mean?
Well, 2023, yeah, sorry. 2024 was just started. Yeah, 2023.
I'll say overall very interesting year. A lot of ups and a few downers. We'll get to them, but I thought overall wrestling was probably is more successful than it's probably ever been. Probably since like the days of the Attitude Era, I would say.
Yeah, I'm happy that 2023 had become the year of the wrestler. We saw more opportunities opening up for wrestlers with promotions. The ability to see individuals who were on like mainstream shows end up in the indie circuit making money. It was flourishing. It was good to see that there were more promotions out there, especially in the Northeast. Wrestling is coming back on that level, and yeah, man, I'm hoping for things to turn around and get even better for the year coming, man. It's awesome. So, with that being said, we're going to open up the Tabbies this week with our first nominee.
Can I just say shout out to Henry and Ray who's watching right now, who's watching live.
Yay! Yay, guys! Yay!
Please share your opinions as we go along with the nominees.
Yeah,
the categories.
Yeah, click on the link so I can see your name in the comment section. Thank you. So, the first nominees would be for Indie Wrestler of the Year. This was actually I think this is a new category for us this year. We didn't do this last year. Yeah, we didn't do this in previous years. So,
okay. As I picture in my head, I think we did this last year.
I don't think we did. I really
maybe
don't
we
think
did
so.
Indie Promotion of the Year.
No, I don't think we did. Probably that. I think that's probably what we did, but no, I don't think we did that. So
this year we focused on wrestlers who stood out the most on the independent scene.
Right. So I as I mentioned earlier, this year's wrestling for the indies was top notch. We saw a lot of guys stepping in, and even females stepping in that
look at that.
Changed the game.
Graphic I made.
Oh.
My work pays off.
So shout out to Homo.
Shut up.
Shout out to Homo.
Oh, I they say shut up.
No, shout out to Homo. No. Show you love.
Mm-hmm.
Much love. So, Indie Wrestler of the Year, the nominees are Blake Christensen. Well, Blake Christian, Masha Slamovich, Shane Mercer, and Matt Cardona. Shane Mercer actually had gotten a lot of views this year in social media. That was That was something crazy. The guy's a monster. Although I believe he only works like in the Midwest, but it looks like his name is starting to pick up.
But the clips you see of him, they're worthwhile to check out.
Yeah,
The feature strength he does, the agility he has. He's a very unique wrestler.
Blake Christian has also been doing big things. We see him a lot. I believe he's GCW's champion at the time, right?
He definitely did a big rebound since his days from NXT.
Right.
Masha Slamovich has been one of the only, I won't say only, has been a true standout for the women on the independent scene.
And killing it. Especially, I'm not a big fan of it, but she's been showing off in her intergender matches and such. And then, of course, we got Matt Cardona, who is like
the indie god.
I mean, come on, let's be real here.
We saw him a lot in House of Glory.
Right.
Shout out to them because I mean, it's not rare for us to see someone keep making an appearance over and over and over again.
Yeah, and he seemed as though that he enjoyed it, especially the way that he shitted on the crowd every week. So every time we had him out. So the winner is, guys. I'm so nervous. Like if we don't know who it is. Wow. Matt Cardona gets the Tabby this year. Like we mentioned, not only in the House of Glory, but he was tearing it up everywhere. Everywhere.
He went over to Japan.
Yeah, he showed improved this year. He in the hood we say he showed ass. So this is for you, Matt Cardona. Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. Next nominees are for.
You think if we tag him, he'll respond?
No, not at all. No. Next nominees are for heels or heel of the year. Who we got? We got Christian Cage, who had a fantastic run as
just overall.
I mean, whenever you would bring up somebody's dead father, it's like, come on. Yeah.
I sent you the clip of like the song, right?
Yeah.
Your father's dead.
Oh, look who made another appearance here. We had Matt Cardona here as well, two-time nominee this year. We had the group. We have a group this year, the Judgment Day.
Yeah, who dominated Monday nights.
Right. And Gunther.
The Ring General.
Gunther, formerly known as Walter Gunther.
But like we said on the show, it feels like two completely different people.
Right. So,
I mean, this one was not hard. Out of the four,
you think so?
Yeah.
So let's see
for the memes and for the clicks alone.
And your winner of this year's Tabby for heel wrestler or wrestlers of the year, your winner is. I mean, come on. You were right. This was a layup, right? I mean, come on. Like I said, we're bringing up people's dead family members, their fathers and such. And then you actually had someone's father who died, and then you had him coincide with him afterwards. He became his mentor now. And even the mother is on par with him. Like, come
Insane.
on. Yeah, it's
and all wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah, like,
and he wrestles in a somewhat turtleneck. It was turtleneck.
Well, he says he wrestles in the turtleneck because he doesn't want to show his physique because he says his body's probably better looking than 90% of the roster, and he kind of has a point though.
Is that shoot or work?
But he said it's shoot. So yeah, he said it. So all right. So congratulations, Christian Cage, on being the heel of the year. Next nominees are okay. For
I'm waiting to see the graphic.
Worst match of the year. Oh, that was a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen.
And I think, Jay, can we be real here with our people? There wasn't a lot of bad wrestling this past year. For 2023 was probably the best year for professional wrestling. And then we have these matches.
Yeah, and believe me. First off, wow, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre match was.
Which Jeff Jarrett still goes to this day about the fucking fake belt he won.
I still say that, like, people talk shit about during the pandemic about that zombie match that they had in the WWE.
Meanwhile, I feel the match was not that bad, just that the gimmick.
Yeah, But that was painful. The Bully
Ray PCO
at Victory Road.
I think that was it was definitely an anything goes match.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you expect from a PCO?
Did he retire already, or is he still going?
PCO's still there.
Oh, okay.
He signed a new deal with TNA.
We got Chad Gable. I mean, Chad Gable. Sorry, Gabe Stevenson. Mm-hmm. Gabe. By the way, they're talking about his a reemergence of him, that they're actually going to...
Yeah, he wrestled in a dark match on SmackDown.
Oh, great. Okay. Against
Baron
Corbin.
Go well the first time on NXT. Let's try on dark match on SmackDown.
I felt so bad for Corbin on this one. Like that
this is probably the one time Baron Corbin got cheered. I remember watching that. There was fucking "Let's Go Corbin" chants.
Right. Like honestly.
But then we get to this fourth nominee. The epitome of what the NWA World Title has been reduced to.
Yeah, on its 75th anniversary as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Bull Rope match for EC3 versus Tyrus, which
Bull Rope match. If Tyrus loses, he retires.
Right, and I think they did him a hell of a job. The mayor of Mooks.
Thanks, Ben.
And the winner of this one is, I mean, come on, really? I mean, this was, I mean, we kind of debated on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really wanted to say that Texas Chainsaw.
I had to emphasize to you, this was for a title.
Right, exactly.
All the matches were just plain, like, as far as like hardcore matches, the Jared Hardy one.
Right.
It was bad, but also stupid.
Oh.
But this one, where world title's on the line, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that one was belly aching.
Worst match of the year, any match with Jeff Hardy in. Oh, jeez. That means you watched a lot of Rampage, sir.
Yeah, pretty much.
And as you say that, we're about to see Jeff Hardy on versus Swerve Strickland on Wednesday.
Oh.
Swerve better have his working boots.
He's coming in. Mm-hmm. He's coming in and he's taking names. Jeff Hardy returns.
Also, think about if the sadistic man I am. The theme song for Swerve, I swerve when I drive. Jeff.
Right. Shit. Faction of the year. Does this also coincide with Tag Team of the Year as well?
Yes, we did.
Faction and Tag Team of the Year.
Because there was a lot of things this year where we felt like a lot of the factions had tag teams in them, so might as well lump them all together.
Right. So faction and
you can say trio as well.
Right. We just lumped them all in there. So
correct.
Faction and Tag Team of the Year and such. We got the Bloodline. Mm-hmm. Some may say was a bit of a downer this year, especially towards.
They definitely had a high.
Yeah, especially towards the end of the year.
I would say extremely high at the beginning of the year.
Right.
But then once the Uso thing happened, fell off somewhat of a cliff. But I believe the main bloodline with Roman, Solo, and Paul stayed strong.
Right. Then we get the Acclaim. The Acclaim actually had a good run this year. Real solid run this year.
Funny enough, they were nominee for Tag Team of the Year last year too.
Yeah.
And that was when they were when they actually had the tag belts too.
Yeah, and they were they pretty much had the audience eating out of the palm of their hand this year. So
everybody was scissoring.
And even to this day, they're still doing it. I've never done it though. I'm not gonna do that.
Never forget your reaction to you texting me. Wait, is that how much the fucking Acclaimed belt is?
Yeah, that was.
And I'm like, yep.
Did you ever see anybody buy that?
I've seen photos of people with it in public.
Insane. Blackpool Combat Club is in there. They had a solid year. We saw a lot of matches involving the crew. They were deeply involved, especially
stadium stampedes, anarchy in the arenas.
Yeah, they had their
all four were very strongly booked throughout the whole year.
Right.
Despite what you think about each of them.
And finally, we have the Judgment Day, who we mentioned earlier.
Once again, dominate Monday Night Raw. Pretty much the main focus.
Two-time nominees.
WWE programming.
Right. And the winner of this year's Tabby goes to... Oh, the Judgment Day. Yes, please. Yeah. I mean, listen.
All rise.
All overall had just them written all over it. each individual, especially now adding with the JD McDonough, and then now entering
Even
2024, now with R-Truth, which doesn't count. That he has to be nominated for next year.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a Tabby because he wasn't part of the crew in 2023.
What are you talking about?
He was like at like the last week.
He was there when they were born.
Yeah. So when those
photoshops were fucking crazy though.
Oh man, that the Titantron now is fucking hilarious. What they're having him in it.
The group he put on the group page.
Oh, that's hilarious. I
think overall, when we look at these four, Rhea, Damian, Finn, and Dominic, all had solid years.
I shout out to Damian. Actually, I was watching this morning the Backlash this year with Bad Bunny. Mm-hmm. It's actually a really good match.
We'll get to him.
We'll get to that. And next nominees, most improved. Most improved we have this year. Nominees are Trick Williams, Julia Hart, Dominic Mysterio, and Lash Legend. Now, somebody said Lash Legend got to put on was because she slammed Otis. And I'm like, no, she actually, from the moments when she first stepped in, I thought she was god-awful. Mm-hmm. I was like, shit.
When NXT 2.0 started up and they introduced like 25 new characters, and she was one of them, holy shit that she was green as fuck.
Yeah, she shit the bed. But
from what I've heard the last year, where she's setting records in the PC for a bench press and like squats.
Yeah.
And then that spot with Otis where also too, you could see there was a change physically with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think putting her with Noam Dar, like putting her in a group, it works as well with her.
Yeah, Trick Williams as well from
her
NXT.
And Jakar Jackson is definitely going to be hopefully a good team.
Trick Williams as well. We see him coming out of the shadows slowly but surely of Carmelo Hayes, and he's been showing and proving that he could
be a star.
Yeah, he puts in that work. Dominic Mysterio, I think with year by year we put him in that most improved category because he is showing, especially as a heel, it's working. I think his ability to draw heat has been spot on, and even his ring work has been exceptional. So he's a great candidate for the nominees this year. And finally, Julia Hart. What a change this female made, this woman made in wrestling. We went from
would you say 360 would be the perfect word?
180
from 180. A cheerleader to an evil witch.
Right. The only thing that bothered me about her was like, don't have her at the scrums anymore. You kind of take away from her ability to be charismatic when you put her in the scrums.
I feel she plays it off well though. She's not completely different from where she acts on TV.
Yeah, but still, it's just more. It just doesn't carry over right.
I know. It's like weird when you have Tony Khan saying, "Here comes Julia Hart." Meanwhile, she's like doing voodoo on TV, spitting up blood half the time.
How you doing, everybody? How's it going? All right.
I'm glad to be the champion of TBS.
Woohoo! And your winner is. Look who it is! It's Julia Hart, ladies and gentlemen. Why not?
I will say special mention to Logan Paul.
Yeah.
This past year, I think a lot of his performances have gotten much better than year one.
Yeah, he almost would have made the cut for heel of the year, but we shall see for that. Next nominees we have female wrestler of the year. Shout out to the ladies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I get a bad rap.
You get a lot of heat.
I get up for being misogynist when it comes to female wrestling, but I give credit where credit is due. First of all, big shout out to Trinity, man. Like she stepped it up big time in TNA now, Impact before, but shout out to her, man. You talking about resurgence in a career? Good for her, man.
I will also add when she initially walked out of WWE and had the doubts about herself. And had the people hating on her for like, oh, you fucking bitch, you walked out on your deal.
Right.
She got back up, had confidence in herself, and she
turned it around.
Proved to a lot of haters.
Yeah. Athena as well. Remember when people were like, wow, what's going to happen with her after she leaves WWE? And unfortunately,
AEW had a wasteful 3 months, and now with Ring of Honor, with the women's belt, completely different woman.
Yeah, unfortunately, we barely could see her matches because of where Ring of Honor is these days, but at the same time,
Meanwhile, the amount of Ring of Honor people we see on TV and we don't see her.
right? It's just a shame that we need to see more of her. Io
Sky, who went from not being with WWE 1 year ago to then winning Money in the Bank and winning the championship successfully,
right?
And still having a really great run, in my opinion.
Yeah, and even just
one of the best female workers in the company.
The backing that she got from the fan base as well. It's just it's a testament to the work that she's put in for the past year or so. Same could be said, and what can we say about Rhea that Rhea hasn't said about herself already?
Mm-hmm.
She puts it on, right? And it's you can never sit there and anticipate to see a bad match from her.
We've seen her as a great top heel, but next is going to be her as the next top babyface,
right? And the winner this year is.
Oh, I wonder who this is going to be.
Well, if it isn't Rhea Ripley,
Mommy's always on top.
Isn't she? I mean, what more can we say?
It was academic.
Yeah, I mean, she's on a tear.
She won the year, started the year off with the Rumble win, not main event. She won the women's title show in a really great match. And she's had that title ever since.
Yeah, she's been on the tear, so can't be mad. PLE pay-per-view of the year nominees are All In at London, drew fantastic numbers, drew big money. Survivor Series,
despite the controversy with the attendance,
right.
Nevertheless, they were able to still get all those people in that stadium.
Survivor Series, let's just say that would we have ever thought to say Survivor Series? I mean, Survivor Series is always usually their weakest of shows, but this year it actually stepped up a notch.
It was almost dropped in 2010.
Right.
It was going to be replaced by bragging rights.
Right. So
think about that, people.
Yeah, and up and down on that card, I don't remember it having really a horrible match. I think every match was average and above.
And then with the pipe drop, pipe bomb.
Right. Forbidden Door 2, another one that top notch up and down on the card was great. And I don't remember there being any one match in particular that I thought was a stinker. And finally, Mania Night 1. Up and down that card was...
It was way better than Night 2.
Yeah, exactly. But even still, like...
You had no Shane McMahon running the ropes, tearing his quads.
Oh, Dad.
Oh,
Dad.
That was Dad's final strike.
And winner of this year's award goes to Forbidden Door. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Guys, you would sit there and say that I'm a AEW hater. Ha ha! No, I'm not. I actually really do enjoy AEW at times. Sometimes. But this card actually was...
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, it was actually a slamming card. But it's you can't beat it. If you're gonna look at something from 2023, from match to match, you have to say Forbidden Door 2 was the one to.
For Forbidden Door, I remember the heel turn of Jack Perry.
Right.
The Brian Danielson coming out the final countdown.
Right.
I mean, solid. It was a very fun show to watch.
Next up, Face of the Year. Yes.
Ben says I'm at work, so I'm in and out of the stream. That makes sense.
That's all right.
I'm going to All In 2 in London this year. 30 pounds a ticket, and Mania, of course.
That means 30 pounds a ticket means it's like he's getting it for like $2 here. Nah.
Give us the conversion rate, please,
yeah.
Ben. Thank you.
Face of the Year, ladies and gentlemen.
So unless you want to go with the $2 thing Jay just said.
No, it's not $2. It's not. Cody Rhodes, definitely. Some may say his run is a little bit too facey. It's like he's too sugar coated. But that's him. That's just Cody. That's how he is.
I just want to read this off. Isaac, the chat goes, and who is Andre the Giant for 400 at Trebek? 30 pound is insanely cheap.
Yeah, it is. It sounds like it. Darby Allin. Darby has been insane.
Yeah.
But his face run as well. Anytime he walks into a building, you know he's going to get an instant pop. So you can't.
I will give him credit for his promo stuff right before that battle royal, the fatal 4-way at Double or Nothing.
Right.
This is the first time we got to hear him like talk like that.
Right.
And he convinced me he's definitely a future champion.
Sami Zayn. This is funny because Sami had such
started
a
off the
solid hot.
Yeah.
You know, and when the turn happened, that face run,
the biggest angle in Royal Rumble history.
Right. It made
or ending. You want to say whatever you want to say. That moment at Royal Rumble is still one of the loudest ones in Royal Rumble history.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, because of who the next nominee, you get Jey Uso, who his second half of 2023 was
when he's so sad, you feel so bad. You want to cry with him. Man, when my cousin's a dick, I want to punch him in the face too.
And when he broke them up, when they broke the Usos apart, broke them away
from the bloodline. I still find that questionable, but I understand it's for Mania.
And they gave him new life on Raw. I believe that this is his journey.
Fucking Ben.
Yeah,
Naked Midian should be in this category.
That's next year. We'll make sure we add on for next year.
Most naked man of the year. We should do that because there was this past year we were talking about like how low all the men's tights were.
Yeah, Dragon Lee
would win that by a landslide.
I don't know. Roosh is a little bit revealing as well, so I don't know.
And also he said Cody has to be the face of the year out of these four. Well, we'll see. And the winner is
Jey Uso.
Main event Jey Uso.
Yeah, main event Jey. Listen, like Mike said, you kind of start feeling for this dude after a while. Like,
also, the reactions this man would get when he gets the crowd hyped up like that, it was insane to watch this past year.
I mean, come on. He is
I will say
he's on a good ride right now.
I will say Cody was close, but Jey inched him out just a little bit.
Right.
It was close.
Next up, match of the year.
Okay, this one was very tough.
We had some picks there. We had some stuff that we could have gone with.
We mentioned the Bad Bunny Damian Priest match from Backlash.
I was like I said, I was just rewatching it this morning, and I have to say, my hair still stands.
Can we argue because we didn't make it a category, but entrance of the year had to be Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, like I said, to this
just
day,
to hear a crowd sing the song, like just.
You felt Puerto Rican at that time?
Yeah, I was about to pull out my Puerto Rican flag that I don't own. I was about to pull like an MJF, have like the half flag on my on my attire, but
yeah, that energy, that
just the whole match
for that match,
the pop for Carlito, the pop for fucking Savio Vega,
El Compay came out, but yeah, it was second to none, man. Like I said, we watching it was actually pretty cool.
If you ever want to introduce a friend to wrestling, this is definitely in that category.
Funny you said that because I actually did that. I was talking to these two individuals from another department,
right,
and they were talking about how they have the Peacock Network, and they were talking about how they want to get back into wrestling. And I said the match you should watch is Backlash's 2023 Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. Yeah. But also, if you want to get somebody into wrestling as well, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay too. Let's
just be real here. The two, if we were to say top 5 best wrestlers, they're in the top 5.
Right.
You could argue
easily
either one is 1 or 2. As for one's 2. Watching that match was insane, and I know a lot of people always get mad at he kicked out at 1, but just the moment of hitting the one-winged angel with the one-winged fairy. Jay likes to joke and say. Kenny kicked out at 1.
What was the worst to kick out of 1 of that or the muscle buster that that Hook kicked out?
We'll get into that one later. Oh no. I'll kick out at 1 on TV or 1 on pay-per-view.
But also MJF and Bryan Danielson.
This was. It's so weird to keep saying this. This was like MJF's coming out party. Because for so long it was always he's a great talker, but he's not a great worker.
Right.
Oh, he was a great fucking worker in this goddamn. He went 60 minutes with the best wrestler in the world.
Someone put I probably was bad now. MJF versus Cole at All In was good just because the tension of it. Yeah. That's yeah, but I
It
thought
was a
that
close consideration.
But I thought MJF and Danielson was like you said, it was a showcase because each match that you see Maxwell in, he tries to do something different and something new.
Right.
To show that he can work. And I thought this was probably the best that he did for this year. And finally, well, look at the misogynist in me. Mm-hmm. I actually went off and I said Rhea and Charlotte at Mania was like creme de la creme from bell to bell.
One of the best women's matches all year.
And yeah,
nothing against the other women, but these two, when they probably got told they weren't the main event of night one, they did the Batista Undertaker thing.
Right.
Let's fucking go out there and kick ass and prove to people why we should be the main event.
Right. And your winner is, well, look at that. Oh, let me take that off because people can't see it. But yeah,
I was about to say
Rhea and Charlotte wins.
Yep.
And like I said, bell to bell.
It was close with MJF and Danielson.
Yeah,
also.
But
Ben says Sammy and KO versus the Bloodline at Mania made me cry through its awesomeness. Yeah.
I
remember us watching it live and us like holding our breath, thinking they weren't going to win.
Yeah.
With these motherfuckers about to do the wrong thing.
But for Mania wise, this was these two women they showcased and they turned up. We this was due for them because they had a match during COVID.
Yeah.
That was actually solid as well,
right.
But it just
unfortunately they were in a warehouse with no people.
Right. And this is the one that actually
any other special
gave them redemption.
consideration off the top of your head? Any other matches that you liked this past year? Personally?
No, what, as opposed to what I do in my room? Like, what are you talking about? Wrestling?
No, I said personally.
Oh, I think you said wrestling.
No.
I was like, oh. I thought I actually enjoyed Punk and Kojima at Forbidden Door. I had a certain connection with that match. I thought I watched it again. I shit on it. I shit on it before, but I didn't really think it was too bad. Ospreay and Jericho at All In. I didn't think it was that bad. I had to rewatch it again.
That one you were saying like, oh, this is Ospreay's WWE tryout.
Right. And I
thought War Games was really good this year. Both
War Games were good this year.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me for that.
I will say I liked FTR and Young Bucks at All In too.
And by the way, shout out to M2 Inc. Make sure you check out that boy and on TikTok at Reality of Wrestling and then also on YouTube at 2K Wrestling. 2K Wrestling. He has his top 25 list of best matches of the year, so check him out.
Ben goes, not as good as the Mean Street Posse versus Viscera and Mania.
Wow,
Have you been watching WWF
so
2000?
Classic. He is so classic. He still plays Mega Drive, which is Genesis in the States. He's so classic.
Funny thing is, Ben, I've been watching the old Raws too, and it's a real tough time to go through some of those Raws. Oofa.
Manager of the year.
This one was hard. This one was tough.
We really didn't have much to play with over here.
We had three managers that stood out the most.
Right. And
if anybody's watching live, if you want to add in a manager, throw it in.
By all means.
I remember mentioning you, like, oh, you want to put Maria in? He goes, nope.
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 Not at all. No. So
we have Prince Nana, who's been the manager for the Mogul Embassy and now recently Swerve Strickland, but let's be real here. He's known for the dance.
And Nana has been around, not many people know, but Nana's been around in the circuit for many, many years. So
he's not brand new to this.
So for him to get his just dues is warranted here. Shout out to Nana. Of course,
Paul Heyman,
the man himself, the
walrus, wise man,
the wise man, the walrus. He is just the integral part of the bloodline, but also of Roman. Mm-hmm. And Roman has been showcasing himself with a personality for the past year or so, but I think with the addition of Heyman, it takes that to another notch. And finally, Don Callis. What can we say about this jerk that nobody else hasn't said already?
His suit jackets get smaller and smaller.
He gets them at the medium.
A button keeps popping off. The wise
It's obvious. Gotta be the wise walrus.
We'll see.
So
I will say, in the case for Heyman, when Roman was not there for pretty much 75% of the year, he was there, and it did get a little old when he kept saying, "Call Roman Reigns."
Yeah,
call Roman Reigns.
And shout out to Callis, who actually took a nasty bump.
Yeah, that mark on his head ain't going away for a little bit.
Yeah. So your winner this year is of a shiny new sticker on your picture.
Sticker on your picture.
There you go. Well, if it isn't Don Callis, he stirred shit up, especially when it became the Kenny Omega work, the stuff that he did afterwards, leading up with Jericho. He actually snatched up Guevara for a little bit.
Yeah. He has prospects in Takeshita and Hobbs.
So
and even Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah. So I
that's gonna be an interesting story this year, because when Ospreay does come in, he is linked with Aussie Open, so it will be interesting to see if Ospreay joins the Callis family.
Right.
Because I mean, shit, I would love to see Ospreay versus Takeshita. Callis was good when they went to Impact for a little bit. Yeah, but that didn't help Impact in the long run.
Yeah, at all.
Not at all.
It didn't boost anything on that side.
The only good thing, it got Moose in Daly's place.
Your next nominees are for Future Star of 2024. Not only is this someone who we believe has the potential to take it to the next notch, but we also see more gold or
become a household
name. Number one is I actually say proudly, Tiffany Stratton has surprised the shit out of me, and her ability to draw the heat.
It was another case of Lash Legend of, oh my god, what is this gimmick? And then she turned into this buff Barbie, and it could fucking work.
And she's been consistent with it.
And we laugh at NXT sometimes, but that lights out match, this was a year prior. Right. But that lights out match she had with Wendy Chu,
right? Probably
most extreme she went so far. And then her matches with Becky Lynch set her like that. Shows she's ready for the main roster.
Yeah, I think that was the one that really put the needle on the mark for her. So I think that was a solid.
She's definitely main roster bound soon.
Definitely. Same as for Carmelo Hayes. We already see the writing on the wall for him. They're bringing him in slowly but surely for SmackDown. And
you know what the funny thing is? That's not Tiffany Stratton in the picture. That's Mariah May.
Oh, good job, buddy.
No, we said Mariah May was going to be a nominee.
Right. But no,
special consideration to Tiffany Stratton. Though.
No, I thought you did. I thought we took that out.
No, we said Mariah May.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, everything you said about Tiffany Stratton
is true.
Add to Mariah May.
There was a reason. Listen, from model to Joshi kick-ass woman that's in AEW that's about to become a big star.
Right.
I mean, right now, you're waiting for her to drop the hammer on Tony Storm.
Right. So, yeah, anything I said about Tiffany Stratton, say about Mariah May. Yeah.
Kamala Hayes, though.
On the writing on the wall says that he'll be on. He's going to the main roster. Or he'll be on the main roster.
Right.
And this is it's a long time coming.
The big question is, like, how high will he go? I definitely see Intercontinental U.S. title in his future. Just all depends on if he's ready for that big main event,
right?
If he could take that next step, because right now him and his buddy Trick are kind of at the same level, fighting for that next spot.
Same could be said with
Nick Wayne,
the youngin, the 18-year-old, 19 now. He'll be 19.
Bland
soon.
As shit as a babyface, but oh my god, I want to smack him as a heel.
And ring wise, he has the potential to elevate his game. And like I said, he's a young man, so the game is his for him to take, especially under the tutelage of Christian Cage.
I still think they need to bring in Jordan Oliver and make him a team.
And finally,
and they were a team on the Indies.
A man who doesn't need a team and doesn't need any tutelage.
The man that needs the biggest push
in AEW's history, Swerve Strickland. I mean, come on. Not only is he's personified,
he will be the first African American AEW world champion.
And personality, promo, ring work, it all ties into a bow for him, and there's nothing that doesn't say champion.
When that man walks out, he's screaming star.
Right. And your winner of this year,
if there's no queer
2023 Tabby.
It's not clear enough. It's going to be Mr. Swerve Strickland.
Of course. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
I feel like dancing right now just because he won. I hear the music in my head.
Yeah.
It's just
You hear the music in your head when you're thinking about him all the time.
right.
I will ask you, though, who gets the world title first, Swerve or Ospreay?
Ooh. I don't think that they're going to give it to Swerve that fast. I think they're going to want to build him up to get it at a
You're not going to think Revolutions when Joe's going to drop the belt.
right. So I would say Ospreay first.
Because I heard one idea was if you have Swerve win it at Double or Nothing, and then you do All In 2, the main event is Swerve versus Ospreay.
Right.
But think about that main event.
The
homeboy Ospreay trying to get the world title.
I could see that in All In. I could see something like that happening there.
Yeah.
Most shocking event that occurred in 2023. Of course, we had 2 passings on there that were definitely shocking.
That definitely left a black mark.
Yeah, we lost Jay Briscoe early in the year. We just actually commemorated a 1-year anniversary of his passing, unfortunately, due to a car accident. And then we lost Bray Wyatt in another shocking development. We were on air when we got the news for that one. I remember
I was like breaking news, and you're like, oh, what happened? Somebody died,
and
then we went off air. And I told you, fuck,
really, fuck. And
then we have
two other
double nominee.
A double nominee. Wow, I think this may be the first time that's happened here in the Tabbies. We got double nominee. We have the All-In brouhaha that occurred,
or brawl-in,
that between Jungle Jack Perry and CM Punk, and then we have Survivor Series Punk returns to WWE.
What do you think about that photo edit of Jack Perry and CM Punk, though? As soon as I found that, I go, oh my God. Thank you, Internet.
Yeah, that works. And your winner is, of course, the thing that no one saw coming. Punk returns to WWE. The thing that people have been
begging for a decade.
Especially me.
Yeah.
My heart swole. Just
let me ask you this:
a couple of
back
notches.
in 2014, when he left, did you honestly say to yourself, "It's a work"?
Oh,
he's gonna show up at WrestleMania 30. He's gonna help Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, no, I knew it was done. I knew he was tired. I knew he was over with the bullshit. It was done with it. Ben says only one winner for me, and that's Phil Brooks returns. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, definitely.
Well, no, CM Punk returned. Let's be real here. Phil Brooks slapped the shit out of Jack Perry. That wasn't CM Punk. That was Phil Brooks. That was when he had enough. It was funny that day, too, because we were getting the reports of an incident. They would look at each other like, he's done.
It's over. Done. It's over. Male Wrestler of the Year.
This one was also tough.
Yeah.
Tough and very close.
So, coming off the back, we have to give big kudos to our boy Gunther, because
who broke the fucking Honky Tonk Man's longest reign for the Intercontinental title.
Who knew? Like who knew that it was gonna have to take a man with the stature of Gunther to break imitating Elvis Presley? Like that was
insane.
Yeah,
and that record has been since 1989,
and he still holds the belt.
Yeah.
So,
future world champion, though.
Kudos to Gunther.
This has been an impressive reign, but it's not for long until he gets the big belt.
No. The impressive reign that we have here is from the man himself, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. That's one to say.
Could be very questionable to some people.
Yeah. I still don't believe he's breaking Hogan's record, but even still, that's not really Hogan's belt, so that's something different. But
also the disrespect of Bob Backlund.
I mean, come on. We still have
fuckers on the list too. And don't ignore my Bobby.
Excuse me. Don't ignore my Boricua, because Pedro Morales was on the list as well at one time. So
they forgot about him a long time
exactly.
ago.
So, but Roman, regardless of what you say
Phil.
about it,
no Paul.
But regardless of what you say about Roman, any match that he had this past year was quintessential, and it was
I mean, the WrestleMania match with Cody had me on the edge of my fucking seat.
Right. We all
that entrance too.
We all wanted it. We all was waiting for it. And speaking of Cody, Cody had I don't think he had a bad match all year either. I think he actually had a good.
Even the booking with him at WrestleMania, he stayed strong.
Right. They didn't
insane.
Didn't lose the luster, and
even for the people that said, "Oh, he's being punished."
Don't worry, Cody.
If he's being punished, why is he here?
You will finish the story, Cody. You will finish it
eventually.
And finally, Will Ospreay.
I mean,
up and down, banger after banger after banger, all year round.
Were you Sheamus?
Banger.
Before we announce the winner, who special nominations?
Honorable mentions. MJF. I have,
of course. Yeah, Bryan
Danielson, of course.
Seth Rollins.
Definitely Seth was on there as well.
Hell, I'll give a nod to Alex Shelley.
Shelley had a good run as well. Josh Alexander had some good good matches as well this year.
A little nod to Sonata, who got the world title this year, despite the booking.
You could also put Okada on that mix as well. Right, he was on there. Who's going to be a free agent soon?
We'll talk about that later.
And your winner,
and the winner is,
of course, it has to be this guy right here. Is elevating. Will Ospreay is on level after level after level, and like I said earlier, with his match with Jericho, he actually made me like a Jericho match this year. Honestly, so
if you can make Jay do that, you've won.
Yeah, definitely. He's also proving that
his matches with Omega, well, it was just, we know what him and Omega do, but like you said, when he could step in the ring with the Jericho, I think too, like you liked the Orange Cassidy match too.
Right, I did.
From last year.
Yeah. Once again, he made me like somebody.
This guy can adapt his style to anything, and he knows how to wrestle.
Right.
I like too. He's also not doing a lot of the flippy stuff. So, but when we see him every week on our TV, it's gonna be very interesting to see.
Right. And finally, I believe this is our last award. Oh my God.
Ben says Josh Alexander has been incredible. Yep. And then Simon Dean is my winner.
Simon Dean.
Fuck.
I'm telling you, this guy's classic.
How do you go from the year 2000 to 2005?
Classic.
Did you like Maven?
Promotion of the year.
This is where somebody's butthole's gonna get hurt.
Yeah. I can hear the fan bases right now
screaming.
Just the chattering of or the grinding of the teeth. Individuals who will be pissed at this one. Starting off with NXT.
And he's English. Go on, Ospreay.
NXT actually had such a resurgence
turnaround year,
and so much so that I'm thankfully they're going to be on a network everybody could see this year. Mm-hmm. So good for them. Kudos to them. The NXT actually had me watch them again once they got rid of that 2.0 shit and they went back to the old school.
Once
way
they
of things.
started incorporating a lot of the main roster guys and actually developing their characters instead of just showing us who they are. I mean, a lot of let's give a lot of credit to Jeremy Borash for all their videos too.
Right.
Then we have AEW.
Listen, it's been hit for me. It was always hit and miss with them, but I can't deny
they were successful this past year.
I can't deny the success that they were able to culminate this year, and I'm hoping that they could turn it around this year. They're bringing back the ranking system, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, there was a love-hate relationship between me and AEW this year, but even still, they were able to put together some fine pay-per-views and fine matches. Impact has now converted and returned to TNA. TNA, total nonstop action. So I low-key would watch their pay-per-views, and every pay-per-view they had was like if I could just pick up a game and just play it. And Impact had that kind of look this year. I was very impressed with the development, championship-wise, storyline-wise. I still believe that their women's division is probably the best division, wrestling-wise, as a whole. Mm-hmm. And I think that their promotion should get more levity once it goes to the streaming app. So we should see more with that. And finally, WWE.
I mean,
After the old man is gone, there's such a big turnaround with that promotion.
And for a lot of people, it was noticeable.
Right. The only hiccup that they had was the Raw after Mania because the old man had to put his fingers in shit.
But thank you, Endeavor and TKO.
For saying, get him the fuck out of here.
That knew to fucking put their foot in.
Yeah. So
fucking Ben has been an MVP tonight. He says Impact has been steady as always. Fine. NXT has been in transition but had some good shows. True. AEW is so inconsistent, but it's pants in my opinion. His words, not mine. WWE is number one for me this year. But WWE is nowhere near as good as Wrestling Society X once was.
Well, we're gonna revisit that one day.
That might be a watch on Wrestling Society X.
And your winner of this year's Tabby Award
for promotion of the year.
And I believe this is the final award. Thank you guys for participating and partaking in this year's Tabby Awards. You guys were awesome, man.
And not following the rules.
Exactly. Next time, let's get more participation.
Next year, we're going to do it simpler.
Yeah, we're gonna try to narrow it down so we can make it easier for you guys.
Correct.
And your
winner is
WWE. I know everybody who will be listening and probably watching this is saying F you. But you know what?
How many bad pay-per-views did WWE have all year compared to AEW?
And talk about a resurgence in a fan base. People coming back. People actually getting to feel again what wrestling was like. There's still some hiccups that they have there when it comes to wrestling times. I think we need to see
their
more
weekly
wrestling.
shows still need work, but overall on when they put on their product on the pay-per-views and their PLEs, they've always been top notch.
Yeah. And I have to say that kudos to Triple H and Creative Wise for doing what they're doing over there. They've been hitting home runs, man, and then that's what you're supposed to do.
This was Triple H's full on year of being a creative. Solid 2 thumbs up.
All right. So guys, that's gonna wrap up the Tabbies this year. Thank you guys for the participation. And I'll make sure next year that Mike and I are dressed in tuxedos. Even if it's just the top half, because
we'll wear the shirts that look like we're wearing suits,
right? And I'll just be in my underwear for the bottom half. So guys, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We have much to talk about. Wrestling Rundown, and of course, we have a new segment on Turnbuckle Tabloid this week debuting. More to talk about that. Don't go anywhere, guys. Thank you guys who are watching on the live stream, and check you guys in a sec.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.